You testified that the cell phone that you recovered it on the 19th of August 2020, is that correct?
Ushilo ukuthi umakhalekhukhwini lo wamthola ngazo in 19th of August 2020.
Yebo ngithola ngalo usuku.
Yes, I recovered it on that day.
And when did you hand it to the investigating team?
Wase undlulisa nini ke kwithimba lelo liphenyayo
Ngalo lolo suku.
on that very same day?
Which was the 19th.
Ngay 19.
Yebo.
Yes.
At what time?
Isikhathi
Noma ngiyasasikhombisa isikhathi because it was around about 6 o'clock.
although I won't be able to remember the time, it was around about 6 o'clock.
On the 19th.
Ngazo in 19.
Yeah.
Yes.
6 o'clock a.m. or p.m.?
Owasekuseni noma wantambama.
Along at 1800.
Let me rather say 1800.
When you receive this exhibit from one of the inmates from the room that you searched in, did you check for the IME number of that gadget?
Uma usuluthola ke lo cingo lolu komunye ke noma kwesinye ke seyiboshwa kwiroom leli okhulume ngalo, ingaba wayibheka yini IMEI number yalo ifone leyo?
No, azange ngibheke I number ngoba azange ngivule ifoni. Uvula phakathi kodwa ngayithatha injalo nje ngayisala lapho ngayenza khona.
No, I didn't check the IMEI number because I just took the phone as is and took it with me.
Did you record the gadgets were in your registers at the prison that this is the cell phone you have recovered from the inmates, writing all the description and the IME number or serial number of that cell phone?
Ingabe ke khona la owabhala khona ke phansi ukuthi ke iloko ngakuthola kophi nendawo futhi ke iIMEI number noma iIMEI number noma iserial number.
IME number. IME number.
IMEI.
Yes.
Ifoni ezithi ngayibhala igama lefoni ngathi ngithathe kubani ngasikhatsini uhead of prison diary nalapha senginikeza ulokhu uMr wa receive the team ngahanda over on the head of prison diary ukuthi na iphone injengoba injena angivulile.
I wrote it down, the phone, the name of the phone, who I received it from on what I refer to as the head of prison diary, as well as to the person that I handed it over to, that is now the member of the team who received the phone. I wrote it there. It is now in the head of diary, that is now the head of the prison diary.
What was the name of the person who received the phone?
Igama lalo muntu okuyena owathatha noma ke owamnikeza ifoni kwakubani igama lakhe?
Ngayinikeza uBrigadier Gininda.
I handed it over to Brigadier Gininda.
Okay. And then where is that head of prison diary?
Leyo diary leyo ibizwa ngokuthi ke head of prison diary ikuphi?
Ngalo kuchaza se angithi advocate I'm now on pension.
Let me explain. See now I'm on pension.
Anginayo access ukuthi ngathola amabhuku estate.
I do not have access to be able to receive state books.
But this head of prison diary is the diary that will be kept in prison.
Kodwa ke i-diary egcinwa khona ejele leyo.
Ngokomthetho igcinwa khona is the head of prison diary.
By law, yes, and it's the head of the prison diary.
That is kept for record purposes.
Egcinelwa ke ama-record.
Unjalo.
That's correct.
Even if when you are on retirement, the diary will not go on retirement, it will remain as a property of the correctional service.
Noma wena ke uku-retirement kodwa yona ke angeke izihambe nawe ke izohlala ke i-property ye-state angithi.
Akusona eyami.
It's not mine.
Estate.
It belongs to the state. It remains there.
It's something that can be requested from the prison.
Into engacelwa khona ejele.
Yes, ngacela.
Yes, it can be.
Okay. Thank you. Let's move on. You said you recovered this handset at about 1800 hours. Am I correct?
Ushilo ukuthi unkathi uyithola kwakungo 1800 hours no6 ntombama.
Ngithe ngayinikeza ngaleso sikhathi 1800.
I said that's the time when I handed it over. 1800 hours is when I handed it over.
Okay, when did you recover it?
uma uyithola khona lapha e-cell kwakungobani isikhathi?
Ngicabanga ukuthi around about 4 to 5.
I think round about 4 to 5.
I cannot remember isikhathi sekudala ngahlukana ne-department.
I cannot remember the time because it's been a while since I left the department.
Okay. Accused number 5 denies that the cell phone was recovered, not from him, was recovered in the cells at 5 o'clock, as you say, but you recovered it at 9 midnight.
It denies that it was recovered at 5, ne? But at 9. Okay. Umsolo wehlanu noma umangalo wehlanu uyaphika ke noma uyaphikisa ke ukuthi sorry umakhalekhukhwini lowo watholwa ke hayi kuyena ukuthi watholwa ke ngesikhathi ngo5 kodwa ke kwakungo9 ntambama 9 ebusuku.
Ngicela kusho ukuthi yabona enye into iqondile kodwa siphike. Mina ifoni azange ngithathe phansi. Ngayicela ngathi Mr. Ntuli ngambiza ngegama ngathi Mr. Ntuli let phone.
Okay, you know what, something would be just straight and just like that, but it would be denied. I didn't pick up the phone from the floor, but I requested the phone. I said, Mr. Ntuli, give me the phone.
And ngicela kusho advocate ukuthi mina Ntuli is one of the major benhlonipha mangithi into akayiyeke ubeyeka ngokusheshsha.
And advocate, I would like to place this. Ntuli had much respect for me. When I would say to him, stop this, he would stop it. He would, in other words, when I say to him, stop, ask him to leave something, he would do it.
That's new evidence. We have never included that in your examination.
Ubufakazi obusha ke lobo awubushongo ke ngaphambilini.
Refer to the witness. This witness gives his own opinion about how he picked up, he sourced the phone. That's why he says sometimes something which is straight is being denied. This phone, I didn't pick it up on the ground. I said, Mr. Ntuli, can I have the phone? And then you say this is not the evidence. No, this witness is commenting on what he perceives to be a denial, which he thinks is unjustified.
Well, I'm not saying this is not the evidence. I am saying that you did not mention that in examination.
What did he not mention?
That Mr. Ntuli will respect him.
Yes?
Please, my lord. We did not want to place that on record. This is character evidence, which is irrelevant. But she decided to elicit it, which becomes admissible. But the state cannot elicit character evidence.
Let's move on. I'll leave that one for argument, my lord.
Yeah,
let's move on. Mr. Ntuli also denies that in that particular room that we have referred to as section 15B, there were 3 in that room, but he says there were 2. He was with Musa Wenkosi Demand.
Okunye futhi akuphikisayo ke Mr. Ntuli ke ukuthi babe bathathu ke nanjengoba ushilo kubufakazi bakho lapha yana kule room u15B kodwa uthi babe babili kwakuyena ke noMusa Wenkosi Ndimande.
Babe bathathu and malapho.
There were 3 of them and I stopped there.
Okay. Do you have a record or a printout showing the names of the inmates who were booked for that house, in particular on the date of the incident, which is 19 August?
Unako ke la khona ke bhalwe phansi khona ke nobufakazi okhona obushoyo ke noma buchaza amagama abantu ababe lapho khona lapho ke e15B ikakhulukazi ngaleli langa e19 zika August 2020.
Presenting the names of the inmates who were in-housed at section 15B on that day.
Ngithe ebufakazini bami ngathi uma ngabe ufika eunitini of 15B kune register.
I said in my evidence in chief that when an inmate arrives or someone arrives at the prison, there is a register. Yebo.
Okubhalwa khona igama lakhe ne prison number nokuthi ulala kuyiphi indlu.
Where his name is written, the prison number, as well as where he sleeps, in other words, where he is being housed.
I don't have a problem with whatever information that would be contained in that register or in that computer record or what. I just need the records for the people who were in-house in that room on that particular day.
Ukuthi ke kubhalweni ke kuleyo register leyo ke noma ke ku-computer kodwa nje ukuthi abantu ababe lapho kulelo room lelo ukuthi wobani khona yini la khona ebhalwa khona ukuthi lapha i-15B naba abantu abalapha yana.
Kukhona ku register.
It's in the register.
Okay, and you did not bring it today?
Awuzanga nayo namuhla?
No.
No?
Okay, thank you, no problem. Mr. Ntuli will also tell this court that when you entered inside the house and searched them together with Mr. Ndimande, you recovered the cell phone from Mr. Ndimande's drawer.
Okunye futhi azokusho ke umnumzana uNtuli ukuthi uma usungena lapho.
Sorry, Worship, not a cell phone, but a charger from Mr. Ndimande's drawer.
Uma usungena ke khona lapho usuba sesha ke owakuthola wathola i-charger uyithola kuyona i-drawer yakhe umusa wenkosi Ndimande.
Anginakho lokho mina in my information.
I don't have that in my information.
And the person who was with you when you were searching them, when they were holding their hands up along the wall, recovered the cell phone next to the bed of Mr. Sawenkosi Nzimande.
Okay. Futhi ke umuntu owahamba naye nkathi ke okwenza lokho usesha ke nkathi ke bona ke bephakamise izandla bebeke obondeni umuntu owahamba naye uyena owathola ke umakhala ekhukhwini lowo uthola ke eduze nombhede lo kamusa wenkosi Nzimande.
Akulona iqiniso ke.
That is not true.
Okay. Did you obtain any statement from Mr. Sawenkosi Nzimande explaining as to where the cell phone was recovered from this room that you searched?
Okay, sorry, it's Ndimande or Nzimande?
It's Ndimande.
Ndimande. Okay. Sikhona ke istatement yini ke owasithola noma owasithatha kuyena ke umusa wenkosi Ndimande.
Singekudinga statement kuNdimande because angitholanga lutho kuyo.
There was no need to take a statement from Ndimande because I did not find anything on Ndimande.
Were you alone as an official at that time when you were conducting the search?
Nkathi ke wenza ke lokho kusesha lokho wawuhamba wedwa.
Ngoba ngangengedwa ngoba kwaku late icon ma official ayisebenza lapho lesikhathi leso.
I was not alone because it was late. There were officials.
Sasu 3.
There were officials that were working there in that section, and in total there were 3 of us.
Okay, what were the names of those 3? Or the other 2 if you were the third one?
Uma kuwukuthi wena wawuwesithathu abanye ababili lapho ubani amagama abo?
Angisakhumbuli kodwa ngicabanga ukuthi mase sifune information ingatholakala.
I can't recall, but I think if we need that information it can be found.
Did they make any statements regarding the recovery of this cell phone in this particular room, section 15B?
Khona istatement abazenza bona labo owusebenza nabo ohamba nabo mayelana nokutholakala kwale cellphone ke lapha e15B.
No, yimi nge statement because yimi ngathatha phone.
No, I'm the one who made the statement because I'm the one who took the phone.
When did you make the statement we have referred to this court?
The statement lesi bukhuluma ngaso lesi ke esiphambi kwakho wasenza nini?
Ngasenza ngo2023 if I recall. After Brigadier Geninda, it was still.
If I recall, I think it was in 2023 after Brigadier Geninda requested it.
You can read. I'll allow you to read the date when the statement was made and read it into the record.
As I read way.
What was senza nini? Okay, the witness is pointing to a date on which it said it was signed. The date that is pointing out here, my lord, is 2023-08-30.
What's the answer?
It's in
What's the answer, Mr. Yaga, the dates in which you made the statement?
I said 2308
2023-08-30.
That is 30 August 2023.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is 3 years after the incident. Am I correct?
Kusemuva kweminyaka emithathu isigameko senzeka.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why didn't you make the statement immediately after the incident, when the incident was still fresh in your mind?
Kungani-ke ungazange usenzeke ngaleso sikhathi leso nje siqeda isigameko leso ukwenzeka-ke kathi konke lokhu-ke kuse-fresh la emqondweni kwena?
Angithi ifoni ngayinikeza abapheni mabe ngakafika before basta statement kimi hayi ukuthi ngalokho kwakusho ukuthi information seyilokhu seyindala information sekhona ngoba ngisaphila ngisekho.
I handed the phone over to the investigators, not to say that now the information was not fresh in my mind. It was still there. I still had the information because I'm still alive.
Okay. In that statement of yours that we have referred this court to, did you write down the name of the other officials who were with you when you were conducting the search?
Kusona le statement lesi amagama alabo babili othi wawuhamba nabo ke uma uyosesha khona labo abhaliwe khona la.
No, abhaliwe amagama lapho ngangiphendula imibuzo ayifuna umpheni ukuthi ngibhale statement.
No, their names are not contained here. I was responding to answers that were being posed by the investigator.
That statement.
Mangaba efuna amagama ngizowathola ngumnikezi.
If he wanted the names, I would have I would have been able to get the names and give it to him.
Okay. Did you write down the IME number or the serial number of the cell phone that you handed to them? By them I mean the investigating team.
Ingabe i-IMEI number kanye ne serial number ingaba wabanikeza yini ke bona laba abaphenyayo?
Angithi le information i-IM number azange ivule ifoni. Kodwa i-serial number lenganikezwa ulokhuzana ubrigadier ayikuse plasticini yiyo lena ngayisebenzisayo.
Because I didn't open the phone, so I would not have been able then to get the IMEI number. But I then made mention of the serial number which was on the plastic bag. That is the one that I mentioned here.
Okay, the serial number you mentioned there is the seal bag number.
Correct.
That's correct.
But the serial number for the cell phone or the IMEI number for the gadget put inside in that seal bag, you did not write it.
Kodwa ke inamba lena yocingo yona ke le ebizwa ngokuthi ke serial number noma IMEI number yona etholakala efonini awuzange uyibhale yona awuyibhalanga la.
No, ngibhala.
No, I didn't write it.
How then can you prove before this court that it was the same cell phone number that you recovered from this room at Kalagabusha, the cell phone that you handed over to the police?
Manje ke utshengisa kanjani ke ukuthi umakhalekhukhwini loya owatholakala lapha yana kule cell yana ke uyena lona wona loya owanikezela ngawo kubaphenyi?
Yavala phambi kwami ngikhola ukuthi amaphoyisa akhona ayengakwenza ngoba ayivala ayisila phambi kwami aqhubeka nayo angikhola ukuthi amaphoyisa ayenza umsebenzi angakwenza ukuthi akusefuna because it was a black style and yiyo le sealed.
It's because it was sealed in my presence right in front of me, and I don't believe that there is anything that the police could have done. It was a black style cell phone.
You just testified that it was 3 officials that were present when you were conducting the search. At what stage was it handed over to the investigating team?
Ushilobe ukuthi nani bathathu ngathi niya khona lapha yana ke kuyobhekwa ke i-cellphone leyo. Manje ke uma isinikezelwa ke kulaba abaphenyayo kwenzeka nini lokho ngasiphi isikhathi ukunikezelwa kwayo?
Kwenzeka in a head of prison office.
It happened in the office of the head of prison.
And the accused was no longer there, was no longer present.
Ummangalelwa ke nomsola akasekho lapho yena ke manje.
Wayengekho lapho, yes.
He wasn't there, yes.
And we have no evidence as to what did you do with that cell phone from the time you left this prison room up to the place where you handed in the cell phone to the investigating team. Is that correct?
Futhi ke asazi ke ukuthi yini owayenza kulelo cingo noma kulowo makhalekhukhwini ke nkathi usuka khona lapho e15B lapho ifoni othi wayithola khona kuze kube isikhathi ke uya ehhovisi lapho la owayinikezela khona.
To kuphendula umbuzo. Mina njenga head of prison, I cannot take into an offender.
Okay, to answer your question, I as the prison head, I cannot take an item from an offender and do whatever, yebo.
Okwesibili engangicinga ukukhuluma nomphenyi ngithi kungenzeka le phone kuzokwenzeka ifunakala. Le yenza sure ukuthi you keep in a safe.
Okay. The other thing that I spoke to the investigator about is that it is possible that this phone might be needed. Please keep it safe.
I don't have any problem with that. Please don't jump, Mr. Yaga. I don't have a problem with that. My issue is the chain evidence on handling these gadgets. From the time you recovered it from this room, section 15B, up to the time when you handed it in to the investigating team. I am saying from that time the accused was not there when you handed it in.
Anginankinga ke nalokho ke nginkinga nako ukuthi nje okwenzeka ke naphakathi nendawo ke ukusukela ngesikhathi ke usuyithola lapha yana e15B usuhamba ke manje uyehhovisi lakho use uyindlulisela kulaba abaphenyayo ummangalelo wayesengasekho lapha.
Sasingekho isidingo sokuthi ngavulela ummangalelo ngihambe naye ngalesikhathi okula source ngoba ngamtshela ukuthi le phone ngiyayithatha ngiyangaba na ngeofisini lami ngihand over emaphoyiseni.
There was no need for me to open for the suspect and to go with him because I told him that I'm now taking this phone, going to my office, and I'm gonna hand it over to the police.
Very good. Good answer, Mr. Yaga. Is it correct that it was not sealed from the time you left this prison room up to the place where you handed in to the investigating team?
Yona ke impendulo enhleke leyo kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi ngenkathi uyithatha lapha yana e15B uhamba ke uya ehhovisi lakho ukuthi yayingasiliwe noma yayingafakiwe esikhwameni lapho na eyayisilwe khona?
Yes, yayiphethwe yimi on my hand.
Yes, it wasn't sealed. I had it in my hand.
Did you make any sworn-in statement wherein you explained the chain of the handling of this cell phone, that from the time when you recovered it up to the time when you handed it to the investigating team, it was kept in a lock-up safe?
Ingaba sikhona yini statement esifungelweke noma lokuthiwa ke yi-sworn affidavit owayenza ke la uthi khona ke kusukela ngesikhathi la engiyithathe khona e15B kwaze kwayisikhathi la engiyindlulisela khona ke kwithimba eliphenyayo ukuthi ke yayigcinwe mhlawumbe uthi ngathi ke ugcinwe kwi-safe lock-up safe khona la istatement esifungelwe wasenza mayelana nalokho?
Asikho mina ngasenza kodwa azange igcine ku lock-up safe ngoba ngasuka la umnikazi wayo uNtuli ngafika the very same day ngayihanda over emaphoyiseni.
There is no sworn statement that was made to that effect because I took it from its owner, that is now Ntuli, and went to my office and handed it the very same day over to the investigators.
The previous witness, Warrant Officer Mohane, has just testified that he received the cell phone from you on the 20th of August, not 2019. Just
No, there is not. He said the 19th.
Well, that's not correct, sir. What is being
Sergeant
put, he
Mohane,
received
the Sergeant Mohane received the phone on the 20th of August from this witness.
August, I see.
Yes.
What
He was-
is his response, the witness?
Uthi mina umphendula
Ngithi mina iphone ngithe njalo ku even ku iphone ayatholakala nge19 August.
I said it even in my statement. I am saying it was found on the 19th of August.
And ngayinikezela emaphoyiseni ngalo lolo suku.
And I handed it over to the police on the very same day.
Do you know if there was any SIM card in that cell phone?
Uyazi yini ukuthi khona sim card yayikhona kuleyo phone leyo?
No, angiyazi.
No, I don't know.
Thank you, my lord. I've got no further questions.
Thank you. Can you read the meeting?
Now, thank you, my lord.
It has been put to you that you and your 2 or 3 colleagues, you searched Mr. Ntuli together with his 2 associates, and they were actually leaning against the wall with their hands against the wall. And when you searched them, that's what's been put to.
Umake ummeli ke wakhe ke umsola noma ummangalela ekubuza ke uthi nina wena ke kanye nozakwenu labo ohamba nabo ngalelo langa nasesha ke uNtuli kanye nalabo aye nabo phakathi ke selini futhi ke babencike obondeni kanjena ke bephakamise izandla.
My lord, iqala yabusha inama room I am a communal cell. So
Sorry, Kala Kabusha is for the room and not communal cells. Yebo.
and then mina mangena ngalolu lwazi anginayo ngiye kulo muntu lo ngacela ifoni isiboshwa ama search eqala busha ngiyayikhipha zime ngaphandle kodwa ngoba ngangiqonde umuntu angeke kuyo ngafika ngaqhathayo ngaphuma ngase ngithi sebengaqhubeka abenze okunye.
When my lord, I went to that cell. I went straight because I had the information that I had. I went straight to the person and I said, give me the phone. But in Kalagabusha, when prisoners or inmates are being searched, they are taken outside. And then now the searching of the go on. But on that day, I went straight to the person because I had information. I left, and then the others then proceeded with whatever it is that they were busy with.
Yeah. So you had information.
So when I want to know,
Malajoba ngishilo ngithi ngathola i-call.
Yes.
I-call yaba ne-specification ukuthi kunomuntu ophethe i-cellphone ecorrectional service kuyo ubani.
As I said, my lord, that I received a call, and this call had was very specific, that there is someone in the correctional center that you are working, and it was very specific as to who that person is or was.
Okay, any questions arising?
No questions. No questions.
No questions.
Question none, Madam.
I have no questions, thank you.
Any questions arising?
Thank you, my lord. I've got just one. Mr. Yaga, is it correct that what we have just said to court, that you went straight to that person and said, bring that cell phone to me, it's not included in your statement?
Ngabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi lokho qeda ukusho manje ukuthi wena waya ngo kuleyo muntu leyo wathi nginikeze i-cellphone ukuthi akubhaliwe la lokho?
Ngithe uma ngichaza ku evidence yami ukuthi ngangena ngayastate ngacela ifoni kuNtuli.
When I mentioned it in my evidence in chief that I went in and went straight to Ntuli and requested the phone.
Yes, I agree. I'm just saying that is not included in that statement.
Ngiyavuma kodwa ngikushoyo ukuthi lokho akukho la ku-statement sakho.
Because ngangiphendula imibuzo estatement nebuzwa umphenyi.
Because in the statement I was answering questions that were being posed to me by the investigator.
Thank you, ma'am.
I see Mr. Nisi, you are recording the case of State versus Masala Diso for brains. Copy that case. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah. No. Look, you know what I'm getting at. That person, those decisions say when people are making statements, they don't make statements under cross-examination. You know that. That's it. So yeah. Thanks for you do retire.
Yebo Lord. Lonyaka lona ngoba eda kulonyaka ozabe ngenza 60.
Yes,